50 Cent has plunged straight back into the eye of a storm with Diddy, and this time, the chaos escalated faster than anyone expected. The moment 50 unveiled his Netflix documentary exposing Diddy, whispers turned into a roar, and the world was suddenly obsessed with the shocking stories tied to the hip-hop mogul. Even though the film carefully laid out both sides, showing Diddy hadn't been formally charged in some cases, he and his inner circle were furious, and the backlash was immediate, intense.
So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get the, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
Diddy and his team were livid. The behind-the-scenes footage, the raw interviews, nothing sat right with them. They slammed Netflix with a cease and desist and whispered the word lawsuit like a threat hanging in the air. But the story took an even darker turn. Rumors started swirling that Diddy may have sent a message, a warning delivered straight to 50 Cent's own doorstep.
50 Cent got another documentary in the arsenal, because I ain't gonna lie, Diddy has finally met his motherfucking match. I love to see it. So 50 Cent had posted that Diddy sent him flowers from jail to his club appearance in Miami, and he's alleging that it's like supposed to be a threat, because y'all know that when he released that documentary not too long ago, Diddy did try to send him a cease and desist. Flopped. Not happening. So he's taking these flowers as, like funeral flowers. Like, y'all know when they get into the streets, certain shit means certain shit. So they get it. Even if we don't get it, they get it. If he's saying that these are supposed to be like a message, then they supposed to be a message. But 50 Cent responded with, what kind of is this? Diddy send you flowers at Club 11? LOL. Why all the foreplay get busy? You know I'm stupid. Yeah, like real stupid. If you know 50 Cent, anybody that know 50 Cent? Diddy, wrap it up. Wrap it up. You did what you did. He exposed what you did. He exposed more of what you did. Wrap it up. Then he also said, a warning, I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me, LOL. If you don't know what he mean by I'm 90s grimy, go do.
But 50 Cent isn't new to danger. He stared down real killers, Supreme almost ended him, and Jimmy Henchman made more than one attempt on his life. So when Diddy makes a move, 50 doesn't flinch. This wasn't a random act. Sending funeral flowers has a dark, coded history in the streets. Even Al Capone used them to send chilling warnings. 50 knows the game. He once sent black roses with a tiny coffin to Cameron during their own infamous feud. Still, it's hard to tell if this is serious or just another layer of drama, especially as Diddy's team scrambles to bury the documentary before it sees the light of
overnight. Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs trying to stop the release of a Netflix docuseries due out today. The series contains never-before-seen footage of Combs debating strategy with his lawyers in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last year. It also includes video of Combs greeting fans in Harlem.
Off my back, bro. I'm away. Launch way, be with it. I'll accept it.
And then saying this about the interaction moments later.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
Now, Diddy's legal team has stepped in, demanding Netflix yank the series and threatening a full-blown lawsuit. They claim the platform used footage without permission, labeling the documentary a shameful hit piece aimed at destroying his reputation. But the series is produced by Diddy's longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, alongside director Alex Stapleton, who fired back, insisting, "We obtained the footage legally and hold all the necessary rights." Just before the cease and desist landed, Stapleton and Jackson sat down with Robin Roberts to break down the explosive series and defend every frame.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
It's not personal.
The show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. Not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this.
Many insiders are now saying 50 Cent's fixation on Diddy has crossed into obsession, wondering why he would go this far. But the truth is darker. 50's resentment runs deeper than anyone imagined, tied to a painfully personal reason he rarely mentions. The source? None other than one of Diddy's former artists, Chopper. According to Chopper, this feud wasn't sparked by a single incident. It was a slow burn, a series of slights that built up over years. Back when 50 was still climbing the ladder, he wrote music that passed through Bad Boy. At the same time, Diddy tried to sign one of 50's artists, and 50 refused. That moment planted the first crack in a rivalry that would grow into a full-blown war.
Here's 50 Cent's caption. Oh my goodness. Itty bitty Diddy wants me dead. I have to lay low. I think I'm gonna hide out at the playoff game tonight. Because in one of the dude's testimony, he's saying that Diddy had a gun for 50 or something, like that he didn't like 50.
No, what it was is 50 Cent in his worst times in this era wrote songs for J-Lo and Diddy. Well, he wrote songs for J-Lo for Diddy. That's number one. And he wanted to sign 50, but 50 just wasn't rocking with Diddy. Number one. Number two, Diddy Get Back was 50 baby mama on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Being petty. So 50 and Diddy's situation is a little more steeper and different than what people think it is, you dig? I just think in my mind, 50 is a street dude. Diddy is not a street dude, but he want to be a street dude. So he got the money to be a gorgeous gangster, AKA do street shit. But what it come down to is 50 ain't want to rock with Diddy, even though 50 wrote songs over there at Bad Boy. And then when 50 started popping, Diddy was just envious of 50 really blowing up. That's all I see it. And
King Chopper laid it out bluntly. 50 Cent is relentless. If he senses disrespect, he strikes hardest when you're already vulnerable. And everyone who's watched knows it's true for years. 50 has been taking calculated shots at Diddy, especially after his rise made him untouchable, out of Diddy's control. Chopper also opened up about his time inside Bad Boy, revealing a world that looked polished on camera but felt completely different behind the scenes. When the cameras rolled, it was all smiles and professionalism. But off camera, Chopper started witnessing behavior that made him uneasy.
Did you ever see anything that let you know or made you think Diddy was gay?
Yeah. What do you want me to elaborate?
Can you elaborate on it? Yeah, if you can.
I just left the Bad Boy Making the Band situation. I signed over there with Bad Boy South. Kim, of course. Kim, rest in peace to Kim, which is Quincy's mama and Christian's mama, and the twins' mama. But Kim was rooting for me. Kim and Half Pia, they really liked me a lot. I signed the Bad Boy South just before the Jesus, Boys in the Hood, and Jeezy et al, and the Jots and all this. Well, I signed the Bad Boy South for whatever I signed for, which is a substantial amount of money. I kept trying to get the budget for the Lil Daddy single that Ryan Leslie produced for me. It took me 5 to 6 months to try to get it. When Diddy finally opened the budget up for me, I was in New York, and then I'm just minding my business, enjoying myself, and we feel like we got a hit, with Chop, and everybody's excited. Half PR, the Kims, and all that, they all excited about it. Well, one time I'm at Daddy's house, and Half PR called me. And he was like, "Get Puff for me." A lot of people called him Diddy, but Half PR called him Puff. I love Half PR because he Haitian, I'm Haitian, so it was a Haitian thing. It was always love for us. I still got love for Half. Half PR was like, put Diddy on the phone. I gotta holler at him about something. Okay. So I go into the A room. So I'm like, Paulie was there. It's big security. It's one of his main securities, actually. And I'm like, Paulie, say, bro, Diddy, Half want to talk to Puff. And Paulie was like, I can't do that until Puff green like that. So I put Half on the phone on speaker, and Paulie looked the other way. When Paulie looked the other way, I walked into the room, opened the door, and I seen Diddy and a white man, very powerful white man, groping, grabbing each other's crotch, kissing on each other. When I seen that, I shut the door, like, whoa.
Yes, Diddy did exactly that. And now, Jaguar Wright has weighed in on the entire documentary, and her reaction is every bit as explosive as you'd expect. From the very first scene, she noticed something most viewers completely missed. Diddy is filming himself returning to New York just days before turning himself in. He arrives with an entire camera crew, as if he's the director of his own blockbuster. Jaguar doesn't hold back. No competent lawyer would ever advise someone to act like this.
Well, the whole point of him filming this whole thing was because I'm sure that he planned on doing his own documentary. This is an extreme narcissist you're talking about. Extreme. He's sitting there with feds, an eye shot away from his hotel suite, filming his hotel room, and he's looking at them and he's filming them right back. He's literally saying in certain parts, yeah, make sure you're filming all of this because we need to get some, some cutaway shots.
That's wild. That's wild.
No, he was literally, did nobody pay attention to that?
Oh, I saw it.
Like he said, yeah, make sure you're filming all of this. We need this for cutaways. Like you're sitting here collecting footage, like a director, like an AD.
Yeah. What does that say to the cameraman that, can anybody be bought, or, he said, the cameraman said he recorded all this for Diddy, and then of course Diddy got locked up, so.
Yeah, Diddy got locked up and he didn't get paid. I see a lot of people seem to have that experience.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Dealing with Combs Enterprise. They come in and they work and they don't get paid.
Jaguar also raises a chilling question. How did that footage even get out? That's when she turns the spotlight on Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo. In the documentary, Diddy constantly brags about being the perfect client, following every instruction to the letter. But Jaguar sees the bigger picture. This isn't about justice or the victims or even the charges. Diddy's true obsession was with one thing, controlling how the world sees him.
And said, we need comms. He's sitting there talking like an evil dictator. We need comms. We need a way into this conversation. We're losing, he said. We're losing. Losing what? What are you losing? But the key words that he said that were so important were, we need to be able to be speaking to the potential jurors. He said, you might only be the guy that watches CNN, but there's 9 billion people in the world, and 7 billion of them are on Instagram or TikTok. We need to have control of that. He said, we need to know how these potential jurors are thinking. That's what he said.
Facts.
So what does that mean? He hadn't even been arrested yet. He hadn't even been taken into custody yet. Damian Williams hadn't come forward yet with a list of the charges that they were charging him with and what they were taking him to trial for. That didn't happen until December. So once again, they were losing? Losing what? Losing at what? We need to have control of comms. We need to make sure that we know how the potential jurors are thinking.
To Jaguar, it's clear that they were already trying to influence the jury pool long before the case truly started. She also talked about how hard it is for people to get justice when the people in power seem protected from every angle. Even if someone goes to the police, even if a special prosecutor steps in, cases get reassigned, people get moved around, and everything feels stacked against the victims.
Look at what happened. Look at the outcome.
Hey.
What did I say to you guys? Who can these people run to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is screwing you. Look at Aubrey O'Day. The boss's boss don't care. You could go to the police, all bought and paid for, and even if you get a special prosecutor like Damian Williams, they can just be reassigned to another case. And then Maureen Comey comes in. We can't even begin to talk about that jury. We can't even begin. Not yet. We got so much more to discuss, don't we?
We got so much more to discuss. And as we delve deeper, first and foremost,
happened. I want you to think about that. Look at what happened from that. See, and this is why this documentary is I'm not calling it a documentary. I'm calling it a mockumentary. That's what I call it.
No, not Spinal Tap.
I call it a mockumentary. I feel like this whole thing is mocking me.
Jaguar doesn't hold back. She calls the documentary almost a farce, saying the only revelation for the public was Kirk Burroughs finally speaking out, admitting that Diddy assaulted him. She points out that many insiders already knew the truth, but no one had dared to go on record until now. Jaguar reminds everyone, Kirk Burroughs has been in the game from the very beginning, witnessing secrets and scandals people have whispered about for over 3 decades. For anyone who isn't familiar with the full story, here's the context you need to understand what really went.
I had 25% of the company. I didn't know why he needed to get that back from me and then give it back to me again. I didn't understand that. That's like a trick. Like, okay, here, I gave it to you, now give it back, and don't worry, I'm gonna give it right back to you. I didn't want to give it up. So he came into my office one day unexpected, him and Kenny Marsalis, they had it planned out. Kenny had the briefcase with all the stock certificates in it, and Diddy had the bat. Not like I'm gonna beat out of you with the bat, but he had the bat like, man, we got to do this. This has to happen. I didn't feel I was gonna get beat down in that office, in all honesty. I got people that could jump out of the shadows in a minute. I wasn't threatened by him. What I was messed up over was the fact that I started this company with you from day 0, and now the one solid thing that you told me I had, you want to take that back and do a return to me on that at this critical time that we're renegotiating and getting a step up on the contract. When he told me it was about all of that renegotiating and that I should trust, I did, begrudgingly, angry, upset. It wasn't right. I did it. He got the stock back. I went on, tried to get over that, kept doing my job, doing what I had to do, delivering everything. And once again, I was caught up in the job. I forgot all about it. And next thing you know, we had the snafu. I was fired. And he just said, oh, okay, bye. And since he had never given me the stock back, he never said that he would pay me anything or give me anything. He just avoided me.
Unsurprisingly, one of the most revealing threads in the documentary is the explanation for why Diddy became who he is. Jaguar has long claimed that Diddy was a victim long before the music, long before the fame. And now, the documentary lays it bare, confirming, without question, the struggles and traumas that shaped him long before the spotlight ever touched his life.
People really don't want to look closer into his childhood and to what his mama had going on in that house. God knows what he saw and what happened to him in his own mama house. All of those strangers, them up involved, looking around, seeing what was going on. And let's just be clear, it sounds like her house was a house of, professional freak-offs. So who knows what he saw or what could have happened to him while she was busy entertaining people and pouring and getting tips, as she would say, for her after-hour life.
Oh yeah. He was. I'm gonna say he was surprised to hear that.
School bus driver. No, was he surprised or was he like, zip it, you talking too much? Because that's what it looked like to me. It looked like you talking a little bit too much. They don't need to know about that. While she was sitting there, because I was a bus driver and I was this, and I worked at the after hours. And I would pour them drinks and they would give me big tips.
She even brings up Diddy's father. Diddy once admitted he felt a strange relief when he learned his dad was a hustler or gangster. To Jaguar, that tells its own story about how he shaped his identity and why he wanted control so badly later in life.
He wanted to say that he was a sigh of relief is a wild thing to say. That your daddy was a gangster or a hustler, or that's what you heard that he was.
Well, I mean, like Tim said, they had a bunch of blaxploitation movies being played around the house all the time. They grew up with the Mac playing. They grew up with Superfly playing. Like, I mean, if that's what you got going on, you got two women in the house and there's no men around, and these are what the little boys are watching. You got basketball players coming over late at night. You got hustlers coming over, PIMPs coming over, women who look like they were modeling for Jet magazine coming over. Like, it sounds like the nature of the environment is what shaped their perception of what cool was. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure for him it was, oh man, that's who my dad was. You know, we glorified these characters. Like, even if you look at Biggie Smalls' name, Biggie Smalls is a character from an old Portier Cosby film, Uptown Saturday Night, I believe. 40th Street Black and all of those characters that they had in the film. Biggie Smalls was played by Calvin Lockhart. Big gangster from, I believe, St. Louis. Like, all of these characters.
Yeah. Without question. Without question.
Yeah. So I'm sure for him, it made him feel good, because all of that stuff that he was watching, he really came from that. That was really his legacy. And yeah, I'm sure for him it felt good to know that his dad was this big hustler who turned out to be a snitch, who got his brains removed from his head in a very, very, very unpleasant manner.
So now, with Diddy's carefully crafted image starting to crumble and past misdeeds surfacing for all to see, the question looms larger than ever. Could this finally spark a renewed legal battle against him? The stakes have never been higher. Tell us what you think in the comments below.